Why do so many people treat sunscreen like it's some kind of dangerous chemical cocktail, yet they'll happily spend hours lying directly under the sun without a second thought? This contradiction keeps growing, especially online, where fear of sunscreen spreads faster than a summer tan. Today we're taking a clear-eyed look at where these fears come from, why they persist, and why they're so backwards when you actually examine what ultraviolet radiation does to your skin over time. The hesitation around sunscreen usually boils down to a handful of common concerns that sound logical at first. One of the biggest is the belief that sunscreen completely stops your body from producing vitamin D. The argument goes like this: sunlight triggers vitamin D synthesis in the skin, so blocking those rays with lotion means you'll end up deficient, weak, and at risk for all sorts of other health problems. You'll hear influencers claim that unprotected sun exposure is the only natural way to stay healthy, and that avoiding sunscreen keeps your levels optimal. Closely related is the worry about ingredients. Many people have heard that chemical UV filters get absorbed straight into your bloodstream, where they might act as hormone disruptors, build up over years, or even contribute to health issues down the line. Stories circulate about certain compounds showing up in unexpected places in the body, or potentially raising cancer risk rather than lowering it. There's a broader suspicion that the sunscreen industry exaggerates the sun's dangers just to keep selling bottles, creating a profit-driven cycle that keeps people buying protection they might not truly need. Then there's the philosophical or lifestyle angle, the back to nature perspective. The sun has been shining for billions of years. It powers photosynthesis in plants, warms the planet, and has been essential for life since the beginning. Why would humans suddenly need to slather on lab-made creams to block something so fundamental? For some, using sunscreen feels like an unnecessary modern intervention that disconnects us from our natural environment. They prefer relying on hats, clothing, shade, or just accepting whatever the sun brings. On a practical level, the complaints are understandable too. Sunscreen can feel sticky or greasy on the skin, leave a noticeable white cast, especially on darker tones, or require constant reapplication that feels like a chore during a beach day or hike. Some people say they burn right through it anyway, or that it ruins the feel of being outside. These everyday frustrations make it easy to justify skipping it. All these ideas travel quickly through social media, wellness communities, and comment sections. One video or post plants a seed of doubt, and before long, someone who used to wear sunscreen casually starts wondering if they're actually harming themselves by doing so. The fear feels empowering, like you're taking control and rejecting corporate advice. But here's where the story takes a turn that makes the whole situation almost comically misplaced when you look at the real science. Ultraviolet radiation from the sun is a well-documented form of energy that penetrates skin and directly damages the DNA inside your cells. That damage doesn't always show up immediately. It accumulates quietly over years of exposure, leading to mutations that can eventually cause cells to grow out of control. In other words, skin cancer. In many parts of the world, skin cancer stands as the most common cancer overall. 1 in 5 Americans develop some form of it by age 70. The vast majority of non-melanoma skin cancers trace back to cumulative UV exposure, while a very large percentage of melanomas also link strongly to it. Something as seemingly minor as experiencing 5 or more sunburns over a lifetime can roughly double the risk of melanoma, the more dangerous type. Even a single blistering sunburn, especially during childhood or the teenage years, significantly raises long-term odds. UV rays also drive visible aging far faster than time alone. Fine lines turn into deep wrinkles, smooth skin develops dark spots and uneven tone, and elasticity fades, giving that leathery texture many notice after decades outdoors. Beyond cancer and appearance, UV weakens the skin's local immune defenses, making it less effective at handling other threats. The sun is powerful, ancient, and life-giving in the right doses, but it is not harmless in unlimited amounts. No living thing on Earth evolved to handle endless direct exposure without consequences. Humans, like every other species, have biological limits. The irony hits hard when you realize that many who skip sunscreen do it partly to chase vitamin D. Yet multiple studies tracking real-world users show that people who wear sunscreen daily do not typically develop vitamin D deficiency. Your body only needs relatively short periods of incidental exposure, a few minutes here and there on the face, arms, or hands, to produce what it needs. Any shortfalls can be safely covered through food or simple supplements without trading DNA damage for it. So the trade-off some people accept, enduring proven, accumulating cellular damage to avoid mostly theoretical ingredient concerns, starts to look less like a smart health choice and more like dodging a raindrop while standing under a waterfall. The risks from the sun are measurable, large-scale, and backed by decades of data. The fears about sunscreen often stem from high-dose animal studies, lab conditions that don't match normal human use, or incomplete information that gets amplified online. Let's dig deeper into what the actual research says. Several long-term studies have followed people who use broad-spectrum sunscreen regularly compared to those who don't. The results consistently point to real protection. Daily use has been linked to cutting the risk of squamous cell carcinoma by about 40%. In major trials, including one famous Australian study that tracked participants over many years, daily sunscreen users saw noticeably fewer new melanomas. Another study focusing on younger adults found that regular childhood and ongoing sunscreen use reduced melanoma risk by around 40% compared to rare users. These aren't small effects. Skin cancer isn't rare or trivial. It leads to substantial treatment needs, surgeries, and in the case of advanced melanoma, real loss of life. Preventing even a portion of those cases through something as straightforward as consistent sunscreen makes a measurable difference at the population level. One modeling study in a high-risk area projected that widespread daily sunscreen use could prevent thousands of cases and save significant healthcare costs over decades. Now, addressing the ingredient worries more directly. Modern sunscreens come in two main categories: mineral, physical blockers like zinc oxide and titanium dioxide, which mostly sit on the skin's surface and reflect or scatter UV rays, and chemical filters that absorb UV and convert it to heat. Regulatory bodies worldwide have reviewed these extensively. While some chemical ingredients show absorption into the bloodstream in lab tests, no solid human evidence links normal use to cancer, hormone disruption, or other serious outcomes. Health authorities emphasize that the proven danger of UV radiation far outweighs any hypothetical risks from the products designed to block it. Mineral options provide an easy alternative for anyone particularly concerned about absorption. There's also the practical reality of how people actually use sunscreen. Many apply too little, skip reapplication, or miss spots, which reduces effectiveness and fuels the myth that sunscreen doesn't work. When used correctly, broad-spectrum SPF 30 or higher, about a shot glass full for the body, a teaspoon for the face, reapplied every 2 hours outdoors, it performs reliably. Pairing it with shade, hats, sunglasses, and UPF clothing gives even better layered protection without needing to block every ray completely. Vitamin D remains important for bone health, immune function, and more, but the idea that you must risk skin damage to get enough of it doesn't hold up. Even with sunscreen, some UVB gets through in everyday scenarios. For those with limited sun exposure due to location, lifestyle, or skin type, supplements offer a risk-free backup. The choice isn't sunscreen or vitamin D, it's smart protection plus sensible nutrition. The fear of sunscreen thrives in an environment full of health misinformation, quick headlines, and distrust of institutions. It feels rebellious and natural to question products and embrace the sun fully. But weighing the actual evidence flips the script. Avoiding a tool with clear benefits against a known carcinogen, UV radiation, while accepting the very damage it prevents, is not the natural or logical path. It's backwards, and when you step back, almost humorously so. Your skin is your body's largest organ. It protects everything underneath, regulates temperature, and quite literally faces the world every single day for your entire life. Treating it with basic respect by using sunscreen when needed isn't fear-driven. It's practical self-care grounded in science. The sun is magnificent, essential, and beautiful, but it demands respect in return. A few consistent habits today can mean healthier, younger-looking skin for decades and fewer serious medical issues later. If this breakdown helped shift how you think about sunscreen, Or if you've encountered other myths worth addressing, share them in the comments. What's one fear or claim you've heard that still makes you pause? Drop a like if you found this useful, share it with anyone still hesitant about that bottle, and consider subscribing for more straightforward, fact-based discussions on health topics that actually matter. Thanks for watching. Stay protected, and I'll see you in the next one. Why do so many people treat sunscreen like it's some kind of dangerous chemical cocktail?